Hi everyone. So we now move on to our topic all about society and social interaction. So, example, you are in a community, okay? Or we are talking about society. Maybe the next thing that comes to your mind is that, ano yung culture dyan? And, okay, yun, kasi, I believe kasi, related kasi yung society and culture. And, of course, kung pupunta ka dyan, tatanungin mo rin, since alam ko na, yung society, ito yung society, ganito, ganyan, ito yung culture, ganito, ganyan, the next thing that comes to your mind, what kind of the society and ano yung social interaction na gagawin ko dito para makipaghalubilo. Okay, ito yung topic natin ngayon. Learning objectives, type of societies, theoretical perspective of society, social construction of reality. Here we have the types of the societies. Accordingly, society refers to a group of people who live in a definable community and share the same culture. Kaya nga po, at some points talaga, sometimes yung meaning ng culture, parang nagiging society, okay? Pero iba po sila, okay? On the broader scale, the society consists of people and institutions around us, our shared beliefs and our cultural ideas. Typically, more advanced societies also share political authority. We have here the types of societies before the Industrial Revolution, the widespread use of machine, yan yung Industrial Revolution, yung machines, societies were small, maliit lang, rural, and dependent on the large of the local resources. Ang economic production was limited to the amount of labor human could provide. And they were few specialized occupation. Yung trabaho before lang siguro is farmer, hunting, okay? The very first occupation was the hunter-gatherer. So yung hunter-gatherer, yun lang, yung state before from until 10,000 to 12,000 years ago, nakadependent lang yung tao sa mahahunt niya. Hunt lang yun talaga yung focus before. Yung pagkain, about hunt, yung damit, about sa skin ng animal, hunt lahat. Dumating sa point ng naging pastoral societies, okay? Rely on the domestication of animals as source of living roughly around 7,500 years. Kasi nalaman nila, parang nakakapagod na yung i-hunt lang at saka patayin. How about yung in-hunt natin, buhayin natin, no? Yan, na-develop yung hunter-gathering out to pastoral. Kasi kawawa. Para kasi silang pagod pagkatapos ng hunting, hunt na naman pag naubos. So doon naisip nila na magbuhay or domestic na pagbuhay sa hayop. Now, naisip din nila before na parang kulang na buhayin lang yung hayop. Mag-start tayo na pastoral societies were on rise. Another type of societies based on the newly developed capacity to grow and cultivate plants. Dito nag-start yung cultivating plants with horticulture talaga, okay? Hanggang sa na-develop, pero meron pa rin silang livestock dito. Dito lang nag-start. Hanggang sa naging agricultural na parang kahit hindi sila nag-hunt, the agriculture itself can provide them. Nagiging farmers na. Dito na yung nag-boom ng farmer. Okay? And of course, we have the feudal system. Kasi nga, naisip nila, nag-hunt tayo, nagtatanim tayo, nag-agriculture na tayo, nagpapastoral tayo, wala tayong lupa. So dito na yun po, these societies contain a strict hierarchical system of power based on around land ownership. Kasi nga, saan ka maghanap ng hayop? Wala kang lupa. Walang bukid. So, nag-angkin na po ng lupa dito na state. Okay? And we move on to an industrial society. Dito na po yung 18th century. No, dito po yung steam power, the rise of the technological invention. Mayroon na pong mga machine dito. And the post-industrial, sometimes known as post-industrial or digital societies, dito na po tayo ngayon. Okay? Unlike industrial societies that are rooted in the production lamang, ngayon, it's all about information na social media, information lang. May mga information na trabaho related na pwede nang pagtrabaho before, wala tong trabaho. Production lang talaga before through machines ng goods. Okay? And theoretical perspective naman, no, ng society. A functionalist perspective, according to Durkheim, na lahat may function, okay? Durkheim called communal beliefs, morals, and society as collective conscience, no? Functionalism. Durkheim also believed that social integration and the strength of the ties that people have their social groups, okay? We have also called here mechanical solidarity, the type of solidarity maintain a collective consciousness of the culture, okay? Organic solidarity and anomie, or the state of normlessness. Kasi kahit pa may solidarity nangyayari, still, aabot talaga sa conflict yan, sabi nga ni Karl Marx, okay? Karl Marx conflict theory, sabi ni Karl Marx na parang yung kanta ni Bamboo, habang may tatsulok, lahat sila ay nasa tuktok. Na, yung nasa tuktok, yung mga superstructure, government, family, religion, mga mayayaman, yung base sa ekonomiya lang, yung mga trabahador. May tawag dyan si Karl Marx, tawag niya dyan is mga bourgeoisie, mga mayayaman, at mga proletariat, mga laborers, No, kasi economics kasi si Karl Marx, no? Darating nila sa point na mag-aaway yung mga kapitalista, dinidictate mga dictatorship o bourgeois, no? Pinipirahan yung mga ganito ganyan. Okay? Ito yung si Karl Marx, si Friedrich Engels yata yun. May libro kasi sila dito na Communist Manifesto. Karl Marx described society in terms of alienation. Alienation refers to the condition in which the individual is isolated to divorce from society, work, and sense of self, no? Hindi yung alienation society kasay na sa trabaho at saka sa sarili, no? Nagkameron ng isolation at divorce, paghiwalay. Marx defined for specific type of alienation, no? Alienation from product of one's labor. Example, an industrial worker does not have the opportunity to relate to the product in his laboring. Example, a worker of Ford assemble line, nag-assemble lang ng isang aspects ng window, car without seeing the rest of the car, no? Nakikita niyo yung car, pero window lang dyan yung nakita niya. No, nagkakameron siya ng alienation sa work niya, okay? Alienation from the process of one's labor. Kasi hindi mo control yung process, trabahador ka lang, may gusto ka, hindi mo control yung condition ng trabaho mo, sobrang stress ka, no? Ang daming pinapatrabaho sa iyo. And then, alienation from others, kasi nga ang daming pinapatrabaho, darating yung point na magko-compete ka na lang rather than cooperate. Mag-aawayan kayo hanggang sa hindi mo na makilala yung sarili mo. Malolos ka na connectivity between worker and the occupation. Another idea Karl Marx developed is concept of false consciousness. False consciousness is a condition in which beliefs, ideals, and ideology of a person are not in person's own interest. Kasi nga, dinictate lang sa kanya ng mga bourgeoisie accordingly. No, para inutusan lang siya. Gawin mo to, ganito. Marx proposed that it is replaced with the class consciousness or the awareness of oneself in the society. Another is the Max Weber symbolic interactionism. Weber focused on the structure of the society, lay the elements of the class. Yung structure about symbol, no, na may pagmayaman ka, may power ka na kagad, may status ka. Okay? Weber analysis of modern society centered on concept of rationalization. Of a rational society is built on the around of the logic and efficient rather than morality or tradition. Meron tayong tinatawag dito na iron cage in which individual is trapped by institution or bureaucracy. This leads to a sense of disenchantment of the world. Phrase Mark Weber used to describe final condition ng humanity. Is it a trap? Yung trabaho mo ba ngayon trap na? Kidding. In 1966, sociologists Peter Berger and Thomas Lachman wrote a book called Social Construction of Reality. In it, they argue that society is created by humans, not just by humans, but the social interaction, which is called habitualization. This is an example of process of institutionalization or an act of implanting a convention of a norm, naging norm na lahat, naging mechanical na. We have here Thomas Turing by W.I. Thomas. If men define situation as real, they are real in their consequences. Kung totoo yan sa'yo, magiging totoo yan. Kung masaklap yan sa'yo, magiging masaklap yan. And of course, Robert K. Merton, self-fulfilling prophecy, kahit pa explain self-fulfilling, even if false idea can become a true if acted upon. No? Yan. And of course, having this kind of theory in our society, we cannot do these things if hindi natin alam yung roles natin sa buhay. Tama ba? Roles are patterns of behavior that we recognize in each other that are representative of person's social status. Sociologists use the term status to describe responsibilities and benefits person experiences according to their rank. Medyo magkapareha sila, kaso lang sa status may rank ka. Dito sa role, may role ka lang, ginampanan mo, pero walang rank. Meron tayo dito, statuses are scribed. You do not select. Naging anak ka, isinilang ka dito, naging matanda ka, naging babae ka. Hindi mo yan control, kumbaga. Hindi mo yan pinili. Other called achieved status, meaning na-obtain mo by choice. Nakapag-aral ka, drop out ka, naging millionaire ka. Of course, we have here role set, meaning even single status such as student has a complex role. So yung pagiging estudyante mo, ang dami mong roles dyan. At darating sa point daw na sa dami ng roles mo, no, if too much role is required, individual can feel role restraint. At saka pag role restraint na, nagiging nag-conflict na kasi ang dami mo nang ginagawa. And according to that, no, even though alam mo na yung role mo as individual, still, it is a must pa rin to know paano mo siya i-present sa ibang tao para makipag-socialize ka. We have here role performance. It is how a person expresses his role as her role, no? Sociologist Irving Goffman presented the idea that a person is like an actor on the stage, calling this is theory of dramaturgy. Goffman believed that we use impression of management to present ourselves to others as we hope to be perceived. Sabi dito daw, Kung gusto mo daw ma-perceive as matalino, magpapakatalino ka daw kahit hindi. At we have here the looking glass self, no? Ito kasi yung kagupman, no, dramaturgy, kung gusto mong ma-perceive, no, magpaka-as if ka. Yung ang Charles Cooley naman, looking glass self, according to Cooley, no, we base our image on what we think people will see. Kung sa tingin mo, yun yung paningin ng tao sa'yo, mag-aaka that way. No, we imagine how we appear to others, then react. And yan lang, and I believe we learned something from our module for today, and kindly study in advance next week na yung prelim natin.